Thanks for subscribing to a podcast series from Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, the online music business school for independent musicians. Our podcast series interviews musicians who are blazing trails in the digital era to help inspire other musicians to develop their own strategies for success. Our first series of interviews features MC Lars from Los Angeles, who has been touring internationally and releasing albums independently since 2003. MC Lars calls his music post-punk laptop rap and attributes much of his success to the philosophies and insight offered by Dave Cusack in his New Artist Model program. Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, including his Masterclass, Essential Class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter. My dad tells me, swear, to revenge my regicide. Claudius eyes me one night under my crown, he tries to hide. So Hamlet, I run everything under an LLC. It's called MC Lars LLC, and that's the company registered in California through which I do all my taxes and through which I buy insurance. Like when I did Warped Tour, you have to buy insurance for that. And so basically my LLC works kind of as a tax mechanism because I'm able to, anything for my business is deductible, and I'm able to, it's just a good way of organizing your business. Before I had three companies. I had MC Lars Publishing and MC Lars Touring LLC, and I merged them all into one because in California you have to pay a fee every year for each company. And when I started out, I had three different companies because I was signed to Universal Publishing, so I had this nice advance that I wanted to keep within one company and not touch, but eventually I merged them all just for convenience. But Horse Records then is my label that I use to release my music. I worked with another artist who I signed, this guy Weird Science, who's a drummer for a band called Coed Cambria, and I learned about helping out other artists, and that was interesting. But Horse Records is a copywritten the name of my label, but that isn't an LLC. It functions under MC Lars LLC. So I find that it's really good to have a good CPA because you want to make sure everything you write off is done legitimately and that you're not spending too much money on unnecessary organization, but that you are on top of everything. I use QuickBooks. Everything I do, I run through QuickBooks, and I always stay on top of everything. And I think having a business manager can be helpful. I did it first. This guy Glenn Nordlinger in New York, who worked really hard for me. He did a lot of great work, but I wasn't necessarily I didn't understand where every dollar went. Like, you can do a tour, but if you hire too many people or spend too much on production, you can end up losing money. And so I learned that just through my own experiences. It's always good to know, okay, if I'm going to do this 6-week tour, am I going to come back with enough to cover the rent and then have 3 months and enough for 3 months where I can make my next record? You always want to, it's like a video game. It's like the coins in Mario Brothers. You want to make sure that you know where everything's going. So that's basically how I run my business structure. It's that song when the full moon's bright. Baby, I'm sorry I messed up. Good night, my sweet princess. Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, including his Masterclass, Essential Class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter. You gotta see